Okay, this is Khan Academy Quadratics Quiz 3, and this is a more complicated example of how to solve a problem by completing the square. The good news is we don't have to completely solve. All we got to do is rearrange this so that it fits this. So here's how you do it. We say h of x is equal to, and to complete the square we got to get rid of the number in front of the x squared, so we'll factor that out, so we get 2x squared. Now we got to factor out the 2 from this 11 also, so what we do is we make this into plus 11 over 2x. So if I do 2 times 11 over 2, I get 11. So again, this what we want is we want what we started with, and if we take a 2 out, then we are left with 2 times x squared and 2 times 11 over 2x, plus a little something extra, plus 15, and then we have to subtract something off because we're not allowed to add this blank, and the blank is being multiplied by 2. So what we do is we'll subtract off 2 times blank. Now, I have to admit to you, this problem is really complicated, and as a result, I would say if you don't know how to do this, or if you see it and you're not sure what to do, skip it. If they simply asked us to solve, I would set h to 0, I would set this to 0, and I would probably use quadratic formula, and that would make life easier. But in this case, we're asked to write it in this way, so this is the process. The other kind of completing the square, the simpler kind, I expect you to be able to do. This one, if you can't do it, it's okay. You're going to try to do as many problems as you can on the test. Anyways, let's go ahead and fill in the blanks. In the blank here, what we do is we take this number 11 divided by 2 and we divide it by 2. That gets us 11 divided by 4, and then we square it. And then we put it in this blank. Again, I told you this is going to get complicated, and I apologize, but this then gets us 121 over 16, and over here we put 121 over 16, and then we have to rewrite. We then factor this guy, and when we factor it, we get x plus 11 over 4 squared. 11 over 4 times 11 over 4 is 121 over 16. X times x is x squared. And then the rest of it works itself out. Let's see here. And then we'll do, this is going to be a little trickier. Not sure what to do with that. Let's take a look. We will do plus 15 minus 2 and 16 cancel, so that's 121 over 8. And I'm going to go ahead and do 15. I've got to do, I'm going to do it over here. 15, if I want to make it with a denominator of 8, I have to multiply it times 8 over 8. That gets me 80, and 40 is 120 over 8. So this is essentially 120 over 8. I'm going to just cross that off and write 120 over 8, and when I subtract 121 over 8, I get this, x plus 11 over 4 squared, and we do minus 1 over 8. Now, it all looked kind of scary, but in the end it's not that bad. Don't forget the 2 out in front, so that's still 2 there. So now here's what I do. I put a 2 here, I put 11 over 4 here, and I put negative 1 over 8 here. And then, of course, I say a little prayer. Alright, anyways, that's a complicated one. Not everyone needs to do it, but I at least wanted to show you the math.